Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. I know that I have been gone, but I am back. I am happily back to give you guys more of these amazing tarot readings. If you're new to my channel, welcome in and please subscribe. Click the bell to receive the notifications before you leave. Down in the description box below, you're going to find more information about this reading as well as links to all of my social media pages and my Etsy. Please definitely go check out my Etsy page because I am an artist pretty much full time, so I have a lot of stuff that fluctuates in there. It's very cool. Today's reading is specifically going to be for Virgo. This is their money and career reading for December of 2020. I did pre-shuffle the cards already, so we're going to go ahead and just get started. See what we got going on for Virgo. Okay. All right. So it looks like you could be waiting to hear back from a specific job that you're looking for. We have Page of Swords. This is definitely my kind of electronic communication type card. You could be on the internet, you could be searching the web, you could be sending out emails, trying to connect with people, trying to do phone calls, or you could be trying to wait for people to reply to you or contact you via phone calls, via emails, social media. You could even be actually trying to switch trajectory, switch careers, and maybe even work on social media, work on the internet, work in some type of a field where it's basically involving, computers or electronics in some kind of way. Okay, so any of those things can apply. It looks like there was a death moment that has happened. This is in the reverse, so this is past tense energy. But what this means is that something kind of abruptly came to a halt, and you had just completely switched course, basically, because essentially what happened was it died, and it just became null and void, and so therefore a new door had to become open for you. Okay. So, however that resonates for you, some of you had like an abrupt ending to, something involving work, and then that's going to ultimately open up doors to something better for you. And so it seems like you have maybe been through a transition like that somewhat recently or in the past. The next card I have is the Ten of Wands, and that's also in the reverse. So this is you coming out of an energy where you felt overwhelmed. You probably felt like there could have been a lot of people that didn't really have your back. They didn't really have your best interest in mind or at heart. It's not necessarily, feeling connected to whatever it was that you were involved in. It's also feeling very vulnerable, but then also feeling very angry and feeling like there's way too much on your shoulders, there's too much on your back, there's too much on your plate. And it seems like that is correlating with the death card. So whatever it was that you had with your moment of those doors closing, it had something to do with that. And it was like that feeling, and it was just, I think you were just working way too hard, way too much, taking on, extra things that you probably didn't need to. The next card I have is the Sun card. So to me, this is like, for some of you, Virgo, I'm feeling you're following your heart, and maybe some of you are doing different endeavors than you normally would. It seems to be like this time during, the pandemic and the COVID stuff is it's basically like it's forcing people to have to kind of change and do completely different things than they really ever have before. Not everybody, of course, but some people are really having to change and do a different type of job that they've never had to do before. I feel like this sort of calls to you because you're following your heart. You do have spiritual guides, angels, guardian angels, if you will, spiritual guides that are, watching over you, they're protecting you, and you're on the right trajectory. You're on the right path, Virgo. You know, I feel as though even though you've been through hardships and hard times and stuff like that, you don't necessarily let that completely take over your kindness and your smarts and your capabilities. Let's look more into this Page of Swords card. This is for Virgo. It was too many cards. It was like 4 cards. Page of Swords for Virgo, December 2020. Oh, the Devil. So we want to pay attention to anything that is addictive mentalities, any types of toxic people. And this correlates with that Page of Swords, so it's like something online, okay? So something, I don't know, I feel like, now I kind of feel like something you're looking at, something you're looking towards. I'm going to be straight up with you. This just completely came to me. Some of you might even do webcamming, ONLYFANS, sugar daddy websites. Okay. You need to watch for any type of, addictions, any type of toxic people, toxic situations, just toxicity in general. Okay. You need to be very mindful of addictions. Okay. I know it's like a really hard time right now during, the pandemic. But it's also not the best time to be picking up like a new drug habit, cocaine, any of those kind of things. Like, be really mindful. Even porn addictions, okay, sex addictions, any of those things. But for some of you, yeah, you work in the adult industry in some kind of way, okay. Let's see why the Death card is here in the reverse. This is for Virgo. Ace of Cups in the reverse. Yep. So just reiterating once again that there was an ending. There was a fallout of a job. Okay. This could be in a completely different related industry. Maybe you're thinking about doing something new. Maybe going into webcamming is like a new idea. It's a new adventure. But this past situation that you've lost, this past job, it still like really hurts and is fresh for you. I don't know. I feel like it was kind of a cushion. It was something that was familiar for you, and it had like some substance to it and stuff, so it gave you stability. Okay. And it got taken away. Okay. And so there is some resentment because of that. Okay. Let's see why the 10 of Wands is here in the reverse. This is for Virgo. We have 6 of Wands in the upright. So upon leaving, and being able to walk away from feeling like, hey, this is a whole huge load. I'm tired. I'm exhausted. I cannot, really keep up with this. There's victory in that. There's victory in walking away. There's victory in the completion, because you know that you're going to like move forward to something better. You're going to get more rest, it's like there's victory in a completion. It wasn't the easiest completion, but nonetheless, I mean, when we finally overcome completions and we realize them, and it's like, it's a very victorious matter, and you're treating it as such. Let's see why the Sun card is here. 6 of Swords, so this is walking away, and we just had 6 of Wands, so 6 and 6 and 12. 1 and 2 is 3. So we have 6 of Swords. This is walking away. Okay. So maybe in your heart, in an interjective level, you're still walking away from the situation, from a situation, still fresh, okay? This had a lot of like emotional turmoil on you. You might have had a really, really long-term job. Like you might have really invested like a lot of time into this, moved up in the company, positions, things like that. It was a cushion, like really, it was a cushion for you, okay? So walking away has had its ups and downs. It's like you've been like, yes, like I feel really victorious, and sometimes you're like, oh my gosh, what did I do? Did I make the biggest mistake of my life? Um, no, it's just simply moving forward. It's moving on with the trajectory. Just be really careful with whatever you have going on that's involving the computer, involving being online, social media, things like that. Because there's snakes in the grass. So definitely be careful with whatever you have going on there. But I do see that this is just, it's part of your path. Let's see if the tarot has any more messages. This is for Virgo, December of 2020. This is their money and career reading. Let's see if we have any more messages from the tarot. King of Swords in the reverse. So it's letting go of some type of an aggressive energy. Overthinking, over worrying, being over jealous. This is somebody that's trying to slowly go through a transition. Absolutely, you're transitioning. Let's see if we have any more messages for Virgo. We have Justice in the reverse, and I'm going to get one more. We have Knight of Swords in the upright. Okay, Knight of Swords and King of Swords. And the Justice in the reverse. Okay, so somebody is very bitter about this. Okay, you're bitter about it. You're upset. You know, you don't think that you have justice on the situation just yet. Okay, you don't feel justified with this. So upon, maybe you're just waiting for it. For some of you, you could totally just be waiting to get on unemployment right now. You just don't feel justice, and you feel very confused and angry and very up and very down, and when am I going to get it and stuff. Most people, it's been taking, like, I'll have to tell you, about 4 months if it's going to come. So, like, I hope you have enough money and enough resources to be able to take care of yourself for 4 months if you just decide to wait for an unemployment check. But yeah, so it's just going through this process, okay? It's just following this path. You're eventually going to have to just let this go, though. I mean, you can't just keep harboring this same kind of intense energy, over this job. You're going to have to just let it go eventually, okay? And the universe will give you new things. It's going to open new doors for you and new opportunities and stuff like that. So you're going to be able to see, a way out of this. For some of you, you have already had like a job offer, like another job offer, and you've accepted that job offer, okay? And it's going to do well for you, but like deep down, there is some sort of anger that you're harboring over this situation, okay? So that's what I have for you tonight. I'm going to go ahead and leave that right there, Virgo. And if this resonates for any of you, please like this video and go ahead and leave me a comment down below. I do personal readings and extended readings. You can send me an email down at the email address provided. And don't forget to check out my Etsy page, and I'll see you guys again on the next video. Bye.